first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All of 2021, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him and forced that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down, Drew Chrisman on to punt.
With it is Jackson. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The Ravens had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. Because sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Play action. Now Wilson.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now it's Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here we go, here we go. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
23 yards the pickup there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there. And he ended up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
On 2, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football.
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Wilson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the...
And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
First down. Here's Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
11 Thomas.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Burrow from his own end zone. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. There's Wilson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. Dobbins once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Burrow will throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hey, can.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So now we Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He gets it complete to Jackson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Tucker now to add the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a play to catch. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
19.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.